Hello boys and girls, welcome to another installment of my whitewater guide to Austria. Today we will take another look at the Bregenzer Ach, a section that we have missed so far. The put-in is at the site of the former railway station in Langenegg, which no longer exists. It was part of the Bregenzerwaldbahn, a narrow-gauge railway that connected the Bregenzerwald with Bregenz from 1902 until the early 1980s. This guide describes the section as far as the camping ground in Doren, or more precisely Bozenau, but you are likely to continue on to Kennelbach or Wolfurt. That section has its own guide. Interestingly, the railway followed the river through the valley, even though most villages are located much higher on the surrounding slopes. The valley floor simply provided the gentlest route through the rugged terrain. Unfortunately, this section often doesn't have enough water. A safe opportunity is during the water release days around Corpus Christi, when the power plant releases a sufficient amount of water. The difficulty decreases the farther downstream you go. The entire section is Class 2 whitewater. At the beginning there are rapids that are somewhat longer and steeper. As you paddle through the beautiful conifer-lined valley, it is worth remembering that this river was once an important transport route. Long before roads and railways reached the Bregenzerwald, timber was floated downstream on the Bregenzer Ach towards Lake Constance. After about 1.5 kilometers, turn your attention back to the whitewater. There is a small sill beneath the water that is used to measure the water flow. Shortly thereafter you will pass a bridge belonging to the power plant. Around the next right-hand bend there is a weir. Be prepared, because as you can see the eddies may not be very large. Portaging on the right side is easy. There is a gap that allows you to paddle through, but it is quite steep. You have very little control over where you're going, and it is a very bumpy ride. On the left-hand side you can see masonry from the catchment basin. From its end it's only about 500 more meters to the footbridge at the takeout. The former Langenegg station also served the neighboring communities of Krumbach and Reifensberg. For many passengers, reaching the train meant walking all the way down into the valley. Throughout the section, a good cycling path follows the river, using the route of the former railway line. So if you decide to end your trip here, you can combine it with a bit of cycling to get back to your car. You can find additional information in the description below. If you found this guide helpful, please consider leaving a like, and if you don't want to miss the next video, hit the subscribe button. Until then, goodbye!